Good morning. Good morning. I'm tired right now. I'm sleepy. It's not even 7 o'clock in the morning yet, and we're getting some fasted cardio in. So I'm on my way to the gym right now to knock that out, get back home, get my first meal in, and it's crunch time now. I'm doing about 4 cardio sessions per week right now. Nothing crazy, about 400 calories on the stair mill. So that's what we'll be doing this morning. And then food, not bad. My rest days actually look pretty similar to my training days right now. So it's about 2,300 calories each day. I anticipate things are gonna get a little ugly the next couple of weeks here as we approach the finish line for the Texas Pro prep. But I gotta tell you, man, this prep has been going really good so far. So I've been back in prep now for about 5 weeks. So I had a good 3 weeks to decompress, de-stress after the Optimum Classic. And so now back in the rhythm of prep, back to improving and refining my composition. I'm right now probably at a level of leanness that is close to an unprecedented level. So it's very exciting. We have 4 more weeks to bring an even sharper look to the Texas Pro. And as I've shared in past videos, it doesn't end at the Texas Pro. It is really just the beginning of the second half. So we got the Texas Pro in 4 weeks. We have the Houston Pro in 6 weeks. We have the San Antonio Pro in 8 weeks, which that's an optional show. We're gonna see. But as of right now, I would really like to do the San Antonio Pro. And then 2 weeks after that is the Olympia. So these next 2 shows, they're gonna be instrumental in being able to qualify for the 2026 Olympia. The San Antonio Pro will help me to secure some points for next year's Olympia qualification. And then we have the Olympia in 10 weeks. So I'm gonna be training later this morning, and then I'm gonna come back for my massage and then get into the rest of my work day. Got it done. Now time to go eat. Okay, so I'm gonna show you one of my favorite meals that I've been using throughout the second half of this contest prep. So this is a cream of rice chicken meal that I use around my workout times. Sometimes I use it pre-workout, sometimes I use it post, but this is game changing. So switched from the Uncle Ben's cream of rice to white rice flour. This is the same price as a 6-ounce version or 8-ounce version of Uncle Ben's cream of rice. You get 3 times the amount, same exact macros. So it's a little bit of a smoother, it's less gritty texture, and there's no iron in here. And so best bang for your buck for cream of rice, try out this white rice flour. And so I'm gonna weigh out exactly how much I need for this. So I need 48 grams. Perfect. Then, next step, we got to add some cinnamon. Then, we are going to use a 0-calorie sweetener. That's like a brown sugar substitute. You can use Swerve. We've been using the HEB version, which has a little bit of monk fruit and erythritol. So we're gonna do about 1 tablespoon of this. Beautiful. And then we're gonna add our water. Go until basically all the cream of rice is submerged in water. And then we're gonna put it in the microwave for 90 seconds. And then we're gonna get the chicken for this meal and weigh that out as well. So I need 7 ounces of chicken or 200 grams. Perfect. Cream of rice is done. Now we throw the chicken in. No extra time here. We make the cream of rice while the chicken's cooking. Now, I'm gonna mix this up a little bit, just so that there's no specks that haven't been mixed in there. Then we add our banana. I get about a 4-ounce banana, so that's a medium-sized banana. And we add it right into the cream of rice here. Break it in half. Cut it up into little pieces. Cut it again. And then we stir. If you like the big banana pieces, you can keep them like that. If you want to mash them up more, you can do that too. But you can see here it's not a super solid consistency. It's a little fluffy. Chicken's done. Now, coconut oil. We just do a little bit here. I don't have a lot of fats in my diet right now, so we got to be very, very careful with how much we put in here. We're only doing 7 grams of coconut oil. Good. Now we mix that in. And then now, the cherry on top. First off, we got the no sugar, sweet and smoky barbecue sauce, which goes with the chicken. This is it. Whipped cream, coconut milk, no dairy. We put that right on top. This is gonna taste like a banana cream pie that's nice, fresh, warm. If you don't want it warm, you can do it cold, but I like it warm. Boom. Nothing crazy. We don't want to add too many calories to it. This is the finished product. We got banana cream of rice. Pre or post-workout meal, very low fat, simple, easy digestible carbohydrates that taste like a freaking dessert. So good, must try. Thank me later. This will be what gets us ready for the gym. And then one thing that I wanted to mention as well, to save some cash when it comes to electrolyte packets, I really loved the Element packets, but they just get so dang expensive. And so get yourself some Celtic sea salt. Get the fine ground sea salt, not the coarse stuff, so it mixes easier. And then you can use Crystal Light if you want. I like the True Lime or True Lemon. This is one of my favorite flavors. There's no artificial sweeteners in here, no artificial dyes. And so this is way easier on my gut. So when I'm using 2 or 3 of these per day, it's not gonna cause GI issues. And I basically put about 1 gram of sodium in one of these drinks. And so I'm using these around my workout times throughout the day, especially during contest prep. Now that I'm sweating profusely, it's hot here in Texas in the summer. And so you wanna make sure that you're replenishing electrolytes. And Celtic sea salt has a lot more natural, sustained mineral content than just basic sea salt or table salt. So get the Celtic salt off of Amazon. It's like 10 bucks. This will last you months. And then the True Lime or True Lemon, these are like $3 per box, and you get 10 packets in here. So it's gonna save you a lot of money in the long run, and it'll keep you hydrated. All right, so we're in the middle of my leg day at Wolf's Gym. Getting ready to do the pendulum squat. Started this workout with seated leg extensions and lying leg curls. So now that the legs are properly pre-exhausted, we're going to get into our first compound movement. This pendulum squat is sick. You'll be able to see it in a second. But the way that this is mechanically engineered, this is probably the best pendulum squat I've ever used. Honestly, this gym in general has so many awesome pieces of equipment. This is like a dream gym. This is like a candy shop for bodybuilders. And so Wolf Gym just opened up here in the Houston area about 2 months ago. If you haven't checked it out yet, you need to. This is a great gym. This gym's literally about 12 minutes from my house. So I come here with my wife and my daughter. They have a break room area where my wife and I, we just go back and forth. One of us watches our daughter Ellie while the other does 2-3 sets, and then we just tag each other out like that. So we get plenty of rest in between sets, and we're both able to get our workout in. Since obviously they don't have childcare here, we make it work. The workout goes a little bit longer. Usually these workouts take about 2 hours, but it's worth it. It's worth it coming here as opposed to always going to Amped Fitness, which is the other gym that I go to. They have childcare, which is great. So when either my wife is working or I'm working, the other is able to still go to the gym and be able to drop Ellie off and get a good workout in. And Amped is literally 2 minutes from here. So the gyms are right next to each other. I think, honestly, the only downside to Wolf's Gym right now is that they don't have any stair mills. And so when it comes to doing cardio, I'm always doing it at Amped. But when it comes to exercise selection, honestly, nothing beats Wolf's Gym in this area. Like, the pieces of equipment that are available here, they have everything that you need plus some. This is one of those gyms that if you can't have a good workout here, it's not the gym's fault, it's your fault. No church in the wild. Blood stains the Coliseum doors. You got Jay-Z and Kanye on this song. Something tells me this is not a Christian song. $12, $13, $14, $15, $16. Smooth, like butter. So I just had my check-in with my coach Mark today, and we had a really good week. I dropped close to 2.5 pounds. I think it was 2.25 pounds this past week, which is good considering this past week was a birthday week. I just turned 30, and I did my best to nail my nutrition. There was a few hiccups, but nothing major. I got all my cardio expenditure targets in, got my workouts in. It's a really busy week for business. This is going to end up being my biggest business month since I started online health and fitness coaching back in 2018. So that's super exciting and helpful as well. It takes a lot of the stress off of contest prep, you know, like to be shorthanded financially or to have business not doing really well during contest prep. It can add to your stress. And so it's been busy as far as getting all these clients onboarded, doing the re-sign bonuses, getting their gifts sent out, because we ran a promotion where when you sign on for 90 days or 12 months, those are my two programs, you get 1 to 2 free gifts sent to your home. And so some people are getting supplement stacks, other people are getting walking pads, other people are getting new training or running shoes, Ninja Creamies, Garment watches, or Whoop bands to track your biometrics. So this is a really successful promotion in general, and it's kept me very busy this week. So to be able to move forward so much this past week with all the stuff going on with business, with all the stuff going on with birthday festivities, I was really happy with how I navigated this past week. Plus, I had a really nasty stomach bug. I don't know what it's called, but a lot of people are getting it from fresh produce like fruits, vegetables. It's a parasite that causes a lot of GI issues, bloating. For some people, it's constipation or diarrhea, and a lot of abdominal pain. The abdominal pain is the main one that I was dealing with. I was bedridden for almost 36 hours, where like I got probably like 1,000 steps in a 24-hour period. Like, it was not fun. So I've been on antibiotics for the last week now, trying to kill this off, and it's had its lingering effects. It's caused me to be bloated in different ways, very acidic. It's like throwing a hand grenade into my stomach with these antibiotics. But I'm glad that today is my last day on these antibiotics. So next week, everything should smooth out a lot, and I should be continuing to get sharper and sharper. Digestion should be getting better and better. And we need it to, because we're under a month out at this point. So I'm glad that I got the stomach bug now and not closer to the show, but there's not a lot of room for error at this point in the prep. And so we just got to continue to dot our I's, cross our T's as we get closer and closer to the Texas Pro. Because this is a big show. This is probably going to be the second most competitive show that I'm going to be doing this year outside of the Olympia. So the Pittsburgh Pro was for sure the most competitive, but the Texas Pro is right up there. It's a big show. It's the biggest pro show in Texas. So we got to come correct for this show. So conditioning needs to be on point. Tyler Mannion's going to be the head judge, which is honestly really exciting because he was the head judge for the Pittsburgh Pro as well. So it's going to be cool to see how his feedback is going to differ from the Pittsburgh Pro versus at the Texas Pro. Because for the Pittsburgh Pro, I was not where I needed to be conditioning-wise. And the feedback that I got, honestly, I didn't fully agree with. Tyler said that I needed to bring up my legs quite a bit and then just nail my conditioning. But I know personally for myself that my legs look a lot bigger when they're lean and cut. When my legs are conditioned, you really see how developed they actually are. And so it makes a big difference, the conditioning, when it comes to unveiling the muscular development. So I'm actually interested to see if his feedback changes. One of my gifts or advantages in bodybuilding is my shape and my proportions. So I'm very balanced in my physique in general. Of course, I have weak points just like anybody else, but they're much tougher to identify or see on stage. My physique is pretty well balanced. Like, there's no standout attributes where it's like, wow, like that's really lagging on you. So obviously there's room for improvement, there's room to grow, but like the biggest thing now is nailing the conditioning. So that's the most important thing that we're trying to hone in on at this point in the contest prep. Not just stage ready, but we are peeled for these upcoming shows. So it's exciting, man. I'm about to bring a conditioning level that I've never brought to the stage before. So we have a few more weeks to dial everything in, and we're going to see what happens. But things are looking really good right now. I'm very optimistic about what the rest of the season has in store. So stay tuned.
Always got to get the glutes a little sharper.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. All right, so you're gonna push against me as much as you can. Go and driving this way. Okay. Go ahead and push. A little bit harder and relax. Push again. And relax. One more time. And relax.
What does that do?
So by him pulling this way and me pulling that way, it's actually stretching it harder than just me pushing here. Yeah, it gives a little more range. Yeah, because we were here and now we're 80. Yeah, that loaded stretch almost gives the nervous system permission to like let go of some of those muscles. Oh yeah. So even something as tight as this can lead to back pain. Or even get it to where you don't properly.
That's really tender.
Yeah. I'm not even, I was pushing more with just my palm.
Kind of afraid to get a massage by you.
Nah. It'll be different. I really asked for it doing this right after leg day. You can really see the separation in your hamstrings and adductors here. Especially this one here. This is honestly less painful, more relieving. Go ahead and push. And relax. Push again. And relax. Okay, this time push like you're trying to kick me. And relax. Yeah. The separation.
That's so amazing. That's so amazing.
Yeah, the adductors seem like really alive now. Yeah. That's good. Oh.
Okay, and now massage is done, training's done, cardio's done. Just got another meal in, and now it's time to get to work. And so, like I had mentioned at the gym, there's been a lot going on business-wise. We got onboarding, clients that are getting up to speed. They're booking their kickoff calls where we lay out expectations for what the first 30 days looks like, and really digging deeper into the why beyond just the superficial goal that we said we wanted to accomplish on the initial strategy call. We dive a little bit deeper into the intrinsic whys behind this process, why we ultimately want to lose that 10 to 30 pounds in the next 90 days, or why we want to optimize our hormones. Is it so that we have more energy to play with our kids? Is it so that we have the capacity to fully apply ourselves in our career, or to show up as the best version of ourselves in every setting, whether it be the gym, whether it be at work, whether it be at home? The answer to this looks different for everyone. For others, they're looking to glorify the Lord by stewarding their health in a way that honors Him. So there's all different kinds of intrinsic whys that are deeper than the initial or superficial goal that people have. And so we dive into that on the initial kickoff call. And then we also answer any questions based on their first initial programming layout. And so when it comes to nutrition, the supplementation, the training, some of the lifestyle habits that we're going to start integrating, this is an opportunity for us to ask questions and get very clear on expectations for that first 30 days, and especially the first week. What are we focused on when trying to apply or incorporate some of these lifestyle habits that might be really foreign or unfamiliar to people that have just been out of the game for a while? And so the kickoff call, it's really, really helpful for helping my athletes to correctly launch once they have this new information, once they have this new process. So that's a lot of what this week is the kickoff calls, finalizing programming, answering questions, laying out expectations. But today in particular is a check-in day, which means I have clients that I have been working with for months, some of them years, that are expecting responses from me. And so this is going to be the end of this episode of the Road to the Olympia 2026. I'm super excited to get to the Texas Pro. That's probably when we're going to record the next episode of the Road to the Olympia 2026. And I'm super excited to show you how we go about peak week this time around with my coach, Mark Dominic, and what the end result will ultimately be for the Texas Pro, and then moving into the Houston Pro and the rest of the 2026 bodybuilding season. And so this is just a little bit of an inside look at what my life looks like right now in this phase of my life. And I just got to tell you, just personally, I love my life. I love what I get to do. I love that I get to pursue my dream of being a professional bodybuilder at some of the highest levels. I love the fact that I can help and serve people in their health and fitness goals and lead them to Christ in their discipleship journey along the way for those who are looking to grow in that area. I love the fact that I'm able to work from home and be able to spend time with my wife and my daughter. I love the fact that I'm able to record content that inspires and informs you guys and equips you to apply some of this stuff in your own life. This is the dream. I love what I get to do. And I just hope that this inspires you to take your goals seriously, take risks, to build the family that you said you wanted to pursue the physique goals that you said that you wanted, to build the business, to pursue Christ like you said you were going to. I hope you get that from this sort of documentation of my life and the road to the Olympia 2026. It's so much bigger than just bodybuilding. And so I hope you see that, I hope you feel that, and I hope to see you in the next episode. I'll see you next time.